Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark P here for another DVD review. Tonight we're going to be reviewing this one, Ring of Honor Glory by Honor 5 Nite 2. Fantastic, really is. Recommended to me by True Slayer and Dude, for which I thank you so much for. As soon as I saw the lineup for this one, I knew that it was one that I have to buy. You know, Bryan Danielson versus Kenta and Marufuji versus McGuinness here, two-top main event. So you know you've got a good show lined up. But let's go through it. So, opener was David Richards versus Jack Evans. Richards getting the win with a stretch muffler. 3-star match. It was alright. There was a couple of sloppy spots in it. But yeah, standards Evans affair. You know, flippy-floppy all over the place. 6:30 was, I think he tried it twice. Yeah, it's alright match, good opener though, crowd were fully into it. After that we got a segment with Bruno Sammartino in the ring. Now, everyone who knows me well will be able to tell you that I think Bruno Sammartino is one of the best champions that there's ever been. You know, he deserves so much more recognition than he gets. You know, he was WWF champion for a combined total of 11 years. You know, that's a long ass time in the wrestling business. And I don't think it's one of the things that fans today can really appreciate. You know, when the longest title reigns that you see really nowadays are about a year long, like Cena's is currently. Yeah, he had most of the roster around the ring, lapping it up. The fans were giving him much respect. But the best part about this one for me was as the roster left the ring, Samoa Joe and Takeshi Morishima bumped into each other, started having a bit of war of words, and then the next thing you know, they're in the ring battering each other and being held apart by the roster. That was fantastic. Next, Adam Pearce defeated Delirious. I've got to say that this wasn't really anything special, to be honest. Yeah, there was nothing of note particularly. Pearce got the win with a power drive. It's like a 2-star match. So about a 3-star and a 2-star. So you're like, this one isn't that great so far, you know. Next up was Jimmy Jacobs versus Colt Cabana versus Christopher Daniels. On paper it looks good, but actually because of the storyline that was going in, it wasn't the best match, but it was funny, it was amusing, it was entertaining, so it did its job. The backstory was that everyone knows that Jimmy Jacobs was in love with Lacey, or maybe still is, I don't know. And basically he had caught Lacey in bed with Colt Cabana. So basically Lacey was ordering Jimmy Jacobs to cooperate with Colt Cabana. So it's basically Jacobs and Cabana double teaming against Christopher Daniels. There was some good stuff in this one. BMA got 2, for example. We got Frankenstein from Colt, Cobra Clutch by Daniels on Colt. Daniels went for the Angel Wings. Colt, oh man, did a really nice assay moonsault outside. That was really good. But in the end, Jacobs hits a contra code for the 3 out of nowhere, which is surprising. 2.5 stars. Again, you know, like, it was all right. You know, it's just like those 3 matches. It's like they needed to get them out of the way, and we're going to be very good because the next 4 matches were going to be so good. So the next match though was 4 stars. Samoa Joe and Homicide versus the Briscoes. Now that just on paper sounds amazing. And it was a phenomenally good match. Broad to start, double tope to the outside by Joe and Homicide. That was good. It was, there's some such nice spots. The best one for me was a super DDT by Homicide. That was just off the chart. Top Killer in the end was what got the win on Mark Briscoe. I think it was Jay Briscoe, sorry. That got the 3 for Homicide and Joe. Really, really good match. Really was. Really entertaining. Next up, Austin Aries and Roderick Strong defended the tag team titles against Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli. That was an interesting one because Chris Hero was hardly in the ring at all. It was all... Basically, Chris Hero hardly got in the ring. Austin Aries was selling a broken rib. So basically, the majority of the match was Castagnoli and Roderick Strong, but that wasn't a bad thing. We got some really fantastic spots in it. Really, it was a surprisingly good match. The best part for me was the double teams by Castagnoli and Hero. Really, really nice. Now, obviously, I'm one of these people. I prefer Castagnoli as a face, but you know, his heel mannerisms were absolutely spot on. We got a double flip and slam got the 3 eventually, but like I say, some of the double teams that they've been hitting were absolutely phenomenally good. Really nice. Yeah, double flipping slam gets the 3. Crowd were fully into this one as well. Really, really were. Anyway, next up was match of the night. Probably you can guess. McGuinness versus GHC champion Marufuji. I'm going to read this one to you as I wrote it down because it just, man, I was marking out so. Let's put it this way. This match is that good that after about 5 minutes, I gave up making notes because it was just so fast-paced. But no, so here we go. Great technical start, really good mat wrestling. So like I say, it went about 30 minutes this one, and the first 10 minutes were what I loved. Classic mat wrestling. We got dragging through the ropes. That was a nasty thing. So nowhere for McGuinness to go, so he just had to get his knee wrenched down. Marufuji working the left leg, which was really good. Figure 4, drop kick to the knee. Nigel then starts to work the left shoulder, so we've got some absolutely superb psychology in this one, which you know I love. Overhead suplex by Nigel with the from the arm, that was really nice. Uses that double, driven, you saw that double arm bar thing he does. He figure 4s one arm and then leans back on the other arm. You use that. Cobra clutch followed by a lariat gets 2 for Nigel. Drop kick to the knee followed by a lariat gets 2 for Marufuji. Another lariat gets 2 for Nigel. Headstand mule kick gets 2. Slice spread to the outside of the apron. Slice spread number 2 to the outside by Marufuji. I've never seen that, and my God, did I mark out hard for that. That was absolutely amazing. Lariat off the top gets 2 for Nigel. Then we've got a Tower of London. Marufuji no-sells it and hits another slice spread number 2. Huge lariat gets 2, and then, oh my God, this was ridiculous, right? Gets off the apron, a Tower of London. A Tower of London off the apron. Absolutely ridiculous. When they get back in, that gets 2. They do this super kicking. They start slapping each other, right? Each one to slap each other harder and harder and harder. Marufuji hits a super kick that, my God, I don't understand how he's not Nigel. Nigel responds with his own, so they do it again, the same one. And then they do another one. They both hit these huge super kicks before Marufuji hits the biggest kick I've ever seen. How McGuinness can stay conscious, I just don't understand. Anyway, that got 2. Nigel goes to the mule kick, right? Again, he doesn't need a headstand on the turnbuckle. Marufuji hits him with another super kick. This one's even harder. How the fuck he doesn't... Oh. Anyway, he's putting a tree of woe. You know what's coming next from the tree of woe from Marufuji. Straight up with a coast to coast. Yeah, what did he follow it with? What did he follow it with, right? What could you possibly follow it with? He follows up with a super slice spread number 2. That gets the 3, retains the title. 4 3/4. There was only, it's knocked off, right? It gets a quarter point knocked off for one thing, and that's the original. No, both Tower of Londons didn't connect properly. Marufuji just didn't take them out. If he'd taken those 2, this one was 5-star. Fucking awesome. Now you're thinking to yourself, I'm thinking to myself, of course, if that was good, what's coming here? How good is potential Bryan Danielson going to be? Well, this is the deal. I gave it the same mark, 4 3/4, right? Of course, Kenta works over Bryan Danielson's injured right shoulder. He hits it, by my count, 11 times. Kenta delivers those super stiff kicks, right? Kenta works the injured shoulder, like I say. Great technical stuff. Drop kick by Bryan. Armbar by Kenta. Straight away. Headlock suplex by Bryan. Kicks in the corner. Vertical suplex. He can't lift Kenta for the Mexican surfboard stretch, so he just jumps on the knees. That's a nasty spot. Spinning toe hold by Bryan. By Kenta even, a figure 4, vertical suplex by Kenta, missile drop kick gets 2, butterfly suplex, and then an armbar by Kenta, continuously working that arm. You know how much I love the psychology. It's fucking true. Nice counter into a single leg by Bryan. Go to sleep is countered. Suplex hit 2 for Bryan Danielson. Crossface chicken wing then comes along. Diving headbutt is countered. Kenta goes for a surfboard, but Bryan drop kicks him out of midair. Headbutts, and then a German suplex by Bryan. Kenta completely no-sells and hits a fisherman, and then hits a lariat, overhead belly to belly. On the outside is ridiculous by Bryan, but then Kenta's on the side by the barriers. Yeah, what does Bryan Danielson does a springboard into the crowd? Absolutely stupid when you've got an injury as serious as he has. Kenta goes for the armbar again. Regal Flex gets 2 for Bryan. Super belly to belly gets 2. Counter mutilation Kenta gets out of it. Snap suplex. Dive off the top is countered with the go to sleep, which somehow Bryan kicks out of. Unbelievable. Never seen that happen. Roll gets 2 for Bryan. Go to sleep is reversed into a roll. That gets 2. the elbows followed by the counter mutilation. That's countered into a roll up that gets 2. Then Brian hits a tiger suplex for 2, unbelievably. Then counter mutilation, he gets out of there again. He uses the elbows again, and his counter mutilation gets the win for Bryan Danielson. And this match went 35 minutes, can you believe? You need to own this show. The first 3 matches aren't fantastic, I've got to give you. The top 4 matches are off the hook, and the Bruno and Sammartino segment is fantastic. It's a 9 out of 10 show. You have to own it. You have to go and buy it. I've been Mark B. Take it easy.